因为你有爱，所以我们存在。因为你有爱，人生笑开怀。因为你有爱，所以我们存在。因为你有爱，人生笑开怀。
欢迎全球的观众朋友准时收看《音乐有爱》节目。我们在今天的节目当中相当的难得，我们为大家请到的是柏林爱乐单簧管首席演奏家奥登萨默，非常难得来到节目当中，谢谢 ，Thank you for coming.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Yeah.
我想，4岁开始学琴哦，然后10岁就进了大学，22岁变成了柏林爱乐的首席，这是让我们觉得是不可思议的天分跟这样的一个精湛的技艺。可不可以跟我们谈谈，就是说，怎么样可以在这么短的时间就让大家肯定你的音乐上才华？是努力吗？还是你觉得是天分？
My first instrument was the piano. Now it is very happy that I had different experiences, not only on the clarinet, but on different instruments, also a string instrument, the cello, as you said. I think it just opens a horizon of musical understanding. I'm very thankful that I can understand the possibilities and the problems or the peculiarities of a different instrument. So that was always important for me to have this overview, kind of. And then, of course, at some point, I just couldn't help but try to play the clarinet because it was so present at home, as my entire family, my father and my brother are both clarinet players. So I just wanted to try this instrument, and it worked out very well for me. And of course, music is a gift for all of us, I think.
But what made you so successful and so young, so successful?
This is probably the wrong guy to ask because I just do what I love, and with all the passion. I'm thankful that so many people want to take part in what I do and want to, learn about how I see the world of music and are happy to come to concerts and listen to the music. So I'm the one who's thankful for the audience.
That's great.
我们知道您的父亲和您的哥哥都是非常优秀的音乐家，你们也组成了3重奏的单簧管的这样的一个演奏形式啊。我很难想象，在一个音乐世家里面，你们在家里面聊的都是音乐吗
？No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No. You have to imagine that music is so natural at my home. It was just always there, I was always surrounded by it, so it's just the most natural thing you could imagine. So we don't really need to talk about that much music at home. We have many interests, sports or other intellectual stuff, or I don't know, the news, politics, whatever. So it's not only music. Of course, we do a lot, we make a lot of music, we play together as well, and so we have, this music is part of us anyway, so there's no need to discuss it too much, probably.
是，那跟父亲跟哥哥组成一个三重奏这样的一个团体，可不可以谈谈这样的一个感觉？
Oh, this is the greatest gift you can have to make music with your own family. I mean, there's nothing more intimate, nothing closer than performing with your family members. So it's really just a great gift for all of us, I would say. When you just feel exactly what the other member, the partner is going to do in that moment. You know even before it's going to happen, and you've never rehearsed it. You know, we're really bad at rehearsing, I have to say. Our trio, it doesn't work well. So we're more the performing people. So, you know, when we start rehearsing, it's not a good mood often. But then when we play the concert, it's just so spontaneous and so much happens just by doing, and this is something very special.
我们很多人都认为学习音乐是一件非常辛苦的一件事情，它必须要透过非常大量的这个不断的练习啊。你可不可以跟我们谈谈对于你来讲，学习音乐是不是一件艰苦的过程？
Well, of course, as any profession you do at a high level, you have to practice. This is just something you got to do. The way I see it is, you just have to obtain the technical skills to be able to express yourself. You know, it's the same as with words, in the language. If you don't know the words, you cannot express your feelings. And the same with music. If you have a certain technical ability to be more flexible in the creative field of it, then this allows you to, you know, express your emotions and to express your musicianship, which is the actual important thing. So it's not really about the technical aspects, but there has to be a certain basis, a good foundation of that. So you can use the instrument. An instrument is nothing else than a means of how you can express yourself, right? It doesn't matter if you play on the piano or the cello or the clarinet or trombone or whatever, or if you sing, you just have to have the ability and feel comfortable with the instrument you use, you know? If it's your voice, this is also just an instrument. You know, the point is you really have to have the ability to express what you feel.
Yeah.
是你在22岁的时候就成为了柏林爱乐的首席，那你现在也发行了自己的这个 CD 这个专辑，可不可以跟我们讲一下？很多人都觉得说不可思议，你这么年轻就这么成功，但是你有曾经走进过低潮吗？你在音乐的历程上曾经会觉得有困难或沮丧吗？你怎么去解决这些问题？
Well, you always have points of, you know, the biggest critic of yourself probably is oneself, right? I mean, for me at least, this is the way. Most of the time I'm most unhappy about what I'm doing probably, because of course to satisfy yourself is always the hardest thing. But it's always good to be critical and to try to improve. You never find a stage where you're finished. It's always a development. And also especially, you have to be very, very conscious of this when you record something. You cannot perfectly satisfy everything for example, not even in a recording. It's just, and it would not be good, you know, to have a perfect recording where you try to please everybody. It won't be personal, it won't be alive. It will be just, just an attempt to be perfect. But it's much more fun also. This is what I've tried to do in my recording, to just have more of a live feeling and more of a concert feeling, and try to capture one moment of how you feel now about this piece and about this music.
我们知道你一开始是学钢琴，然后大提琴，然后最后你选择了竖笛这个乐器哦，是因为它的音色吗？还是因为它的表现力啊？还是什么样的原因？我们总是觉得你在演奏竖笛的时候，可以感受到你内在的那种灵魂，好像在唱歌一样那样的感觉。
Yes, the clarinet. I mean, you know, picking up the instrument was very easy, as it was very present in my home. But then sticking with it was a whole new matter, a whole new decision. I mean, I always felt that the developments were very fast, and it was a lot of fun to play chamber music with my family and stuff. But then I also had other interests, and didn't want to give up everything just for the clarinet. So, and I'm actually quite thankful also to you know have had some other influences. But then in the end, I always knew that if I have the chance to be a musician as a profession, then this is really what I want to do. I mean, we really do what we love to do. It's really a hobby you can have as your profession, and this is something very rare, I would say, nowadays. And so there was no question that really, if I have the chance, I really want to go for that, and I'm very happy.
But why? Because the character of the tone, or
you mean why the clarinet?
Yeah.
Well,
why?
The clarinet it has so special moments for me. The sound. First of all, in Vienna, we have a huge tradition of clarinet playing. I mean, the very first developments were made in Vienna of this instrument, and it is also slightly different than all other clarinets around the world. So the instrument itself is a special kind, special type. It has this a little bit warmer, a little bit darker sound. We always try to have a round, compact kind of sound, and so this is something I admire a lot. And if you look at the repertoire, it's just really beautiful. In orchestra, chamber music especially, even the solo repertoire is, compared to, for example, woodwinds, it's amazingly rich. In the romantic concerto, for example, you have a lot of Spohr, you have Weber, and so on. And you know, there are certain moments when I was listening to orchestras, and I heard a solo, and I was not sure for the first millisecond what it is. is it a voice or is it a flute or a trumpet or you're not sure. And then it was the clarinet, you know, because it's at such colors, they're undefinable kind of, and it just comes from nowhere, and then suddenly you can shape a sound. So it always has this magic moment, you know. Other instruments are beautiful, of course, but for me they're more definite, you know. And the clarinet just has this mysterious aura, kind of.
Yeah, we can feel that.
也想请教您，就是说，您觉得艺术为什么会这么重要？哈，对于人类来说，它的贡献是什么
？Well, you know, music is just a language everybody understands. You know, you don't have to explain. You don't have to. There's nothing that can be misunderstood. You know, it's not political in the best case. It's not religious in the sense of discriminating anybody. You know. It's just something the entire human civilization can enjoy and can enjoy together. I mean, we with the Berlin Philharmonic, we do so many things to try to help and to bring people together. You know, if there's some catastrophe somewhere, we try to make concerts to get together some money to help the people in need. Try to help kids. Do a lot of educational programs. This is another side of music, can educate people, you know, not only intellectually but also emotionally. It just opens your mind. Yeah, this is just, you know, a way of communicating over the world.
很多音乐家他们很保护自己的生涯，所以他们很怕去运动，很怕受到运动伤害。那可是我知道你非常喜欢运动。你打网球也踢足球，那甚至也组成了球队，跟自己的兄弟，那么常常在运动。你可不可以谈谈这个部分
？Sports is my second big passion, big hobby of mine. I've always been a sportsman, probably even before I've made music. I've started to play tennis very early, and I love soccer or golf or volleyball or skiing, of course. As an Austrian, you have to be a skier. So this is really something I enjoy a lot. And for me, the combination is really working well. It gives me so much balance to music life. You know, as a musician, you have to travel a lot. You're sitting quite a lot. The orchestra, for example, and especially as a wind player, it is very practical to be in good shape for your lungs. For, you know, you need air. You're a performer. You're active on stage, right? So it is exhausting. It can be exhausting. So actually, being a sportsman is quite helpful there, and also the discipline, of course. You know, for sports, you need to practice. In music as well, you need to be focused. In the moment, you need to deliver. If you're, I don't know, playing a tennis match and you almost losing the game, and then you miss the first serve and you have the second serve, it has to go in. Right? So what are you going to do? You have to have strong nerves and try to work it out. So for me, there is a lot of connecting points there.
有些音乐家会很怕受到，比如说钢琴家怕手指头受伤，会影响他的这个生涯。你都不会担心任何运动给你带来的这些伤害。
No, I don't, because that's exactly the point. Because I've always been doing it. You know, it's nothing. It's not that I started 2 years ago to play tennis like a maniac. Of course, this can be quite harmful to your musical career if you're not used to it. But I've been playing tennis probably 7 years before I first played a note on the clarinet. So, you know, it's a different approach to the whole thing, and of course you have to be careful. Of course you have to be careful. This is true, but I mean, you can harm yourself walking on the street as well. You can fall, and you know. So if you kind of know how to move your body, how to use your hands, and how to avoid this, it's probably even less risky than if you don't do anything, and then suddenly you go out and do some bad move, and then you fall, and then you break your leg or something.
That's true.
我们也在最后也很想要知道，就是你在这么年轻的这个年岁当中就能够拿到这个首席的这个演奏家的位置啊，有的人是一生都拿不到这个位置啊。你怎么样子看待你的生命？你觉得你很幸运吗？幸福吗？或者是很感恩？可不可以跟我们谈谈你怎么样看待你这么年轻就这么的成功？
It's a great honor, and really appreciate a lot to be part of this orchestra. So many great musicians assembled together. You can learn from many people, and I've made very dear friends, especially around my position in the woodwinds, and you know, doing a lot of chamber music. Yeah, I mean, you really can't complain with this job. It's amazing conductors, amazing repertoire, of course a great hall in Berlin, and really very exciting tours around the world, just now in Asia. So it's a great gift for me to be part of that. And well, I'm young, of course, but this is for me, again, this is nothing special because just used to that.
他也很习惯，他是这样子。我们要非常谢谢您来到这个节目当中来，谢谢您带来这么美丽的这个音乐啊，就这样。
Thank you for your sharing.
Oh, thank you.
I hope next time we come again in our TV station.
I would love to.
Thank you so much. 谢谢。我们的节目时间到了，我们要非常谢谢你的收看，音乐有爱，我们下次再聚，感恩。